I've had a random woman at a bar force me to feel her face. Oh my god, so cringy, so crazy. Hello. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this hair either. We don't have to talk about it. 10 weeks in quarantine isn't doing me well. It's fine. All right, we're just gonna move along with the rest of this video. So I haven't done a good old listicle video in a while. I've in the past done things like 10 questions not to ask a blind person, or 10 best things about being blind, 10 worst things about being blind, 5 reasons people on the internet think I'm faking blind, all of the lists. And it's been a while, a hot minute. So I thought, why not sit down in my bedroom, chit chat with you guys about 5 of the most annoying misconceptions or stereotypes about blindness, about blind people, about being blind. That's what we're talking about here today. Some of these things I've probably absolutely definitely mentioned in videos in the past over the last almost 6 years of having this YouTube channel. Crazy that it's been that long. So if you're an avid killer bee, you will have probably seen me talk about these different topics, but I haven't just done a sit down where all 5 are in one quick video. So that's what today's video is about. Also, shameless self promo, we are almost at 2 million killer bees in the club. So, you know, let's get it there. Hit subscribe if you want to join this fun little fam on the internet, and hit the notification bell to make sure you are notified every week. I upload 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Make sure you're a part of that if you comment within the first half an hour of the video going up. So if you're a part of the #early squad, then I will probably reply to your comment or at least heart it, because I am hanging out in the comment section during that first half hour, so coming out with me. And I've also talked about a lot of these things over on my TikTok, where I've been making content daily at Molly Burke Official over on TikTok for more fun educational content around disability. Okay, let's jump into it. Number 1, that all blind people wear dark sunglasses. This just isn't true. There are many blind people who never wear sunglasses. There are some blind people who wear them all the time. And there are some like me who wear them on occasion to, you know, spice up an outfit as a fashion accessory. Or if it's super sunny out and it hurts my eyes. Or even just to protect my eyes from the harmful rays of the sun. So, some blind people wear dark sunglasses. Some blind people never wear them. Some blind people like me wear them sometimes. There you go. Number 2, that you can tell somebody is blind just by looking at them. Big no, absolutely false, completely not true. There are many blind people who you would never know are blind. You could be passing somebody on the street every day on your walk to work. Okay, nobody's currently really walking to work, but in normal day times, you could walk by somebody on the street daily and have no idea they're blind. You could be a barista at Starbucks serving up coffee to Christian every day and have no idea he is blind. Only 2% of blind people use a white cane. The others use a guide dog, or mainly nothing at all. Mind-blowing. Not to mention, our eyes all look different. Yes, some diseases cause a visual effect to the eyes where they look glossy, foggy, they might face different directions. A blind person might not have muscle control. That is true. But there are also a lot of blind people who their eyes look completely, quote, normal, and you could never tell by looking at their eyes that they can't see properly. Number 3, that we don't care about our physical appearance or the appearance of others. Once again, big false, big not true. Yeah, I'm blind. I can't see myself in the mirror. I love fashion. I love makeup. I love dyeing my hair fun colors. I love tattoos. I love room decor. I love, quote, visual things, even though I'm blind. And many blind people do. I have a girlfriend who is blind and went to school for fashion merchandising. I have a blind friend who went to school for, what did she go to school for? Event coordination, like event design and coordination. So just because we are blind doesn't mean we don't take pride in our appearance as well. Doesn't mean we don't want to go to the gym and work out. Doesn't mean we don't care about putting together cute outfits. Some blind people don't, but that might not even be because they're blind. That might just be because even if they were sighted, they would just be the type of person who wasn't into aesthetics. There are plenty of sighted people who don't care about clothes, who don't care about hair or makeup, but I do, and I'm blind, and that's okay. And along with that, the idea that we don't care what other people look like our partners. That is not true. We can have physical attraction attraction or things that we look for physically in a partner, just because we can't see them doesn't mean we can't experience what they look like in other ways. You know, I have preferences physically in the guys that I date. Are they like hard lines in the sand that I will not cross? No. But in my ideal world, I would love to date a guy that's no taller than like 5'11", because I'm only 4'10". So even though I can't see what he looks like, his physical presence being very, very tall makes me personally just feel uncomfortable. I prefer guys who don't have a lot of body hair or facial hair, just because it's a texture thing. I can feel that. So just because I can't see doesn't mean I don't care what my partner looks like. Number 4. Okay. That we feel faces. Now, this is truly a misconception, a stereotype that has come from the way scripted media has portrayed blind people throughout the years, or books, basically any form of entertainment that has depicted a blind person where the character is not written by a blind person, they've not consulted a blind person, they've never met blind people, it's being portrayed by an able-bodied person. This whole feeling face thing is just so bizarre to me. I have had multiple times where people have physically forced me to feel their face, and I can't even express to you how uncomfortable that is. I have had men try to make me feel their faces when I meet them. I've had a random woman at a bar force me to feel her face. Do you remember that, Neve, in New York City?
Yes.
Oh my god, so cringy, so crazy. I had an ex-boyfriend's grandma make me feel her face. I actually did a story time about that on my channel years ago. I'll link it below. People really think we do that. For the most part, we don't. The only people I've ever personally heard of doing this are people who are blind but also have other disabilities, like perhaps a cognitive delay, or are blind deaf, so they use it to just kind of understand facial expression or body language better, or to connect. But I'm not gonna just meet you and like want to feel your face. It's not a thing. Have I felt a loved one's face before? Yes. I have never felt my mom's face, to be clear. I've never felt my brother's face. I've never felt my dad's face. However, when I'm with a boyfriend, a partner, if I'm in like a snuggling, intimate moment where I'm like kissing them or something, yes, I'll have my hands on their face. But that's like a very normal thing that I feel like a lot of sighted people do too. So we don't feel faces. Don't try to make us feel your face, please and thank you. PSA. And drum roll number 5. Probably, dare I say it, the biggest misconception of all, that blindness equals seeing black. Not true. I've said it time and time before on this channel, and I will continue to say it time and time again. Blindness is a spectrum. The spectrum begins at legally blind, which is 20/200, which essentially means what somebody with 20/20 vision. Now, I'm explaining this to you guys, fully understanding you might still walk away from this video having no idea what I'm saying, because my mom has been in the blind community since I was a wee thing, and she still doesn't understand what legally blind means. Do you, Mom?
Nope.
I tried to explain it to her again the other day, and she was like, yeah, no, I just don't get it. So my own mother doesn't understand. So I'm gonna explain it to you, but if you don't understand it, that's fine. What you ultimately just need to understand walking away from this is that blindness is a spectrum. Not all blind people see blackness. In fact, I would argue no blind people see blackness. So legally blind, what somebody with 20/20 vision, which means perfect vision, can see at 20 feet away. Somebody who's legally blind, which is 20/200, has to be 20 feet away from what you as a 20/20 person could see from 200 feet away from. Okay, so legally blind is what we would refer to as being just the very beginning of the blind community. But to be considered legally blind, you need to be worse than 20/200 with your best correction. With your glasses, with your contacts, with any treatments that you can have, your vision is still worse than 20/200. So it is possible that somebody without their glasses, without LASIK, without contacts could be 20/200, but if they put their glasses on and their vision improves, they're not considered a part of the blind community. So just to make that clear. So that's where it starts. Legally blind basically also just means like you can't do things like driving a car. It would be legally unsafe. The law views you as being blind. So that's where our community begins. And way over here on the other end is fully, completely blind, meaning zero light perception, zero shadow perception? Hashtag zero shadow perception. Okay, zero shadow perception. Nada. But that doesn't actually necessarily mean the person sees black. It means they see nothing. This is a very hard concept for sighted people to understand. I get it. The best way I can explain this is when you put your hand behind your head. It's not black, it's not white, it's not gray, it's nothing. It does not exist. Mind blowing, I'm aware. As a sighted person, you will never be able to conceptualize this. That's okay. All you need to understand is it's not black, it's just nothing. Now that percentage of the blind community, way on that end of the spectrum of the scale, is the slimmest part of our community. Again, said it many times on this channel, 9 out of 10 blind people do have remaining vision. They are considered blind, they are a part of our community, but they do have some form of remaining vision. It differs for every single person. Blindness is not blackness. It is a large community with many differing experiences and many different views on the world. Literally, their view of the world is very different. So that squashes that misconception like a little bug under my shoe. Don't squash bugs, it's mean. They have feelings too. Just saying. It was just a metaphor. So in my case, I have a little bit of light and shadow perception, but the best way I can describe it is like if I'm in a room of 20 blind people, 18 of them can see more than me. One might be able to see less than me, being like the one totally blind person, but I'm like, of all my blind friends pretty much, I am the most blind. Almost every single, I can't actually think of like a really close blind friend of mine that sees less than me, or even honestly that sees as much as me. Majority, if not all of my close blind friends have significantly more sight than I do, but that does not make them less a part of the blind community, and it doesn't make their struggles as a blind person less than mine. It just makes their struggles as a blind person different than mine. So there's there, everyone. There's there. I need to end this video. My brain is turning to mush. Okay, I hope you found this video interesting. If you would like 5 more misconceptions or stereotypes that are really annoying to live with as a blind person, let me know and I can definitely make sure to do that. If you want some more Molly in your life, click up here to watch the video I recently posted about why I can't stand when people call me differently abled, and click up here to see the video where I tried out a ton of weird, strange, unusual lifestyle products. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.